Mariage, voilà. My experience, I've been in toxic relationship, of course, and some people usually point out to me, but I was just thinking, oh, they don't understand, oh, they just jealous, or a not correct opinion. I hope this video could help you. I hope this video is helping you if you are in one of toxic relationship. I hope this video will inspire you, okay? Let's get started. The first video that I'm about to talk about, I'm so sorry, my brain sometimes as I speak French, my English is also getting lower by the quality, so here I am. If I speak English also very broken or not very good, excusez-moi, but anyway, let's start. Oh.
Selamat pagi, apa kabar? Saya Anthony, saya orang Prancis, saya bisa bicara bahasa Indonesia bagus. Apa kabar? Kamu bicara apa?
We don't speak like that. So before I'm saying or share with you guys what I thought about the topics that's in here, I was looking online and I find out that actually a lot of people, even celebrity nowadays, that stay or even close their mind and eyes about toxic relationship. So have you guys aware or understanding actually what is the definition of it? So toxic, it means that they cannot love you better, they cannot treat you well, they cannot meet your needs, but they cannot let you go either. One relationship going into sour or become toxic, it's when you start to put aside what you need because you just want to stay in these relationships. Voila. Once in my life, I was seriously just eating a salad on a daily basis, and actually I was already skinny in that time compared to now by the scale, of course. But I don't know why I don't like these earrings. It make me looks like very vintage, and I don't like vintage that much. Voila, I think this one is more me. But anyway, yes. So once in my life, I was literally eating grass for daily basis because I didn't feel beauty. I didn't feel pretty when I was with him, and it was difficult because, you know, some people just thinking that commenting about body image is completely normal, but actually it's not, because we don't know, maybe behind the back door actually they put like 100 sit up every day, or maybe it's just about the hormone in the body, or you know, actually she already tried to eat little, it's just the body doesn't break down the fat easily, or maybe actually it's just because she doesn't have time. She was focusing with the babies, or maybe she was focusing with her mental health, or maybe even it's very difficult for the person to wake up in the morning to just move out from the bed. So yeah, I was literally in the very bad state of mind just because this man, and because he kept telling me that I'm fat. And at one point I'm just like, I'm not going to be a goat just because I want to stay with you. So voila. The thing about being in toxic relationship, what I do believe, it's very difficult to see it by yourself. It's easier to point out the perks of toxic relationship. You cannot see it truly when you are in one of them, but you can definitely point a finger when you see one. What I'm saying about that, so from this video we will talk about everything that I know. Of course, you guys can put a commentary, opinion, or add whatever it is, because again, I'm not psychologist. It's just based off what I thought, okay? Because my story is your inspiration. So let's talk about the body sign or signature, perks, the quirks, all the symptoms. So actually, toxic relationship also have the symptoms that small, little by little, and at one point you just forget, like how it was started. Usually it starts step by step. It's just like a disease. Like for example, you don't get cancer out of nowhere, out of the blue. It's not just happen like over the night. It starts from like you letting yourself not taking care of what you eat, or you don't sleep fair enough, or maybe you expose yourself with all of the bad stuff, this kind of thing. So toxic relationship is just like that. So definitely let's make it simple. 5 points. First of all, control freak. It's trying to have the ownership over you. The one that I see, it's usually happen to a woman, especially women that have a daddy issue. When a man control you so much and take ownership upon you, it's never being healthy. Because to be honest, in relationship, it doesn't mean that you belong to someone. It's because you are two independent individual that choose to be together. So every time you want to go out, you have to ask the permission. Every time you want to make some decision in your life, you have to ask if they are okay with that, instead of discussing it with them. And at the end, you can make your own decision. That's okay. But if the other person have the key to what you do or not, what you pick or not, it's wrong. It's never gonna be a good start, especially in relationship, especially in marriage. The second is manipulation emotion. What I say by that, if someone acting mad because they treat you bad and then you react badly towards their action, it's manipulated. It shouldn't be like that. If someone step on your feet and then you shout, because first it hurts, second you are shocked, and then they become the one that more mad onto you, and they say like, oh, you are too much, it's just a fit. No. It's always start like that. It's the thing that I wish I knew, and I wish someone told me, because it's happened often, and at the end you just don't know, and you just confuse yourself. Which one is the reality? Are you the one that too much, or actually he's the one that too good for you? This kind of thing. But anyway, always step your feet inside of the circle that call boundary. If someone step into it and blame you for your reaction, put them in the poubelle. That's what French people say. Jeter dans la poubelle. They go to trash, okay? Not even the recycle one. And then the third one, jealousy without any reason, even blind. Have you guys watched the 90 Days Fiancé? Oh, the tea is, if you want to know anything about toxic and you want to feel good for yourself, you can watch them. It's so funny. I know it must be commercial, it must be scripted, but like, if I remember, there is like one couple, the woman is from Philippines and the man is from USA, of course, and she literally jealous over him going to the dentist that are opposite gender.
Can turn into a huge fight. Is it okay if I put the phone up somewhere where my significant other can see me?
Of course. And what's her name?
Mary.
Hey, Mary. Hello.
This kind of thing is toxic. Like, why? I mean, first of all, for me, if we going out, especially me and my husband, we know each other through the application. We spent our first 6 months together in Thailand when I was like there, and also he was working there. Every time we go out, some guys is like buying me drinks when I'm in the club. I'm telling him, and he was like proud of it. It's just like, okay, it means that my girlfriend is pretty. Like, there is other men that actually find her pretty. And me too. If a girl is come and like flirting with my husband, I mean, like, even now he telling me, I'm not even jealous. It's more like, oh, okay, of course you are looking good, baby, of course. But of course, if we saw that like our partner is take any opportunity to be like touchy grepe atau like liking all the sexy girl video, or like watching all like the dancing with the lingerie on TikTok, then it's you are reasonable to be jealous. But if it's just something happen without any contact or something that you cannot control, just take it as compliments, don't be jealous. If someone jealous to you over nothing, then poubelle. So the fourth one, it will be lowering your self-esteem. What I mean by that, it's just like what I'm telling you before, that the guy that I used to date is keep telling me that I was fat, and at one point it's just like I believe him, and actually I was not fat. At the end, I was believe him more than I believe myself. Like when there is a point that you believe him or her more than yourself, pick up your bag, buy any flight ticket, run away. Because toxic relationship is like that. It's like it's holding you. When you are in one, you will see yourself getting like a flower that getting dry. At the end you are dead, emotionally, mentally, this kind of. But anyway, when they start to be attacking you, especially your self-esteem, it's never a good sign. And the last one, it will be any kind of abuse. It could be mental, verbal, emotional, and the worst, physical. So if it's physical, usually people can realize about it straight away. You can call the police easily. They will get to jail, that kind of thing. But the thing that's very difficult, especially, I know a lot of men also being abused by women. I'm not saying the other way around. But for me, many women, especially as an Asian woman, we tend to think that men have higher level, superiority, so they can literally talk us down or mansplaining, which is never correct. And actually that's the idea that why I choose to marry my husband. He's French, because in French culture, they are very egalite, like same left, in the terms that they cannot treat women like we are stupid, you know what I mean? So, but sadly, I'm not telling the name, it's just for purpose of education of you guys. A lot of people, especially in Indonesia, choose to stay married just because they think that divorce is so bad, then they are being unhappy in their marriage. How to pronounce it correctly? Hey Siri, maybe marriage?
Marriage.
So many people, especially Indonesian women, stay in marriage, stay dalam pernikahan, wala. Because if I can be honest with you guys, I saw a lot of example. I have one of my family member that actually died. The thing is, our body is like a plant. So if you put negativity all the time, and verbal, emotional abuse all the time on daily basis, your body has become sick. Even though you used to be very healthy person, you eat correctly, you sleep correctly, you do things correctly, and your body just give up. It's just too much. So yeah, she died because of that. Even like it was something internally, but yeah, she died because of that, and she chose to stay married just to be abused like that because of the culture pressure. And actually I saw also, like, it's always start like, oh, you are so stupid, oh, can you be more pretty, oh, can you take care of yourself, oh, you let yourself go, this kind of thing. I mean, seriously, if your partner complain about how you look, especially after you are together with him, and especially you already have a kid, and actually the problem is just because he doesn't make a lot of money and actually it's come from him, then maybe you should think to escape that man, like a squid game, like just bye. Because I know it's not easy, but maybe think about it, because there is non-abuse that you deserve just to be in relationship with someone. As simple as that. Okay, that's the sign. Let's go to the next part. Have you ever wondered if it's that bad? How come it's so difficult for some people to get out from toxic relationship? There is 5 things that I thought could be the sole reason of some people that stay in one, even though the whole fucking village telling this person that, hey girl, it's very toxic, oh my god, you have to run away from this guy, he's fucking toxic, and she still stay. It could be because first, low self-esteem. The thing is, I tell you one funny story. I always knew that I'm not the prettiest. If people love me, especially guys, and when I was single, I go with hot models, and I'm not even joking. I will teach you if you are interested. They are more, it's like, you guys ever watch or knew a celebrity in Indonesia named Oki Lukman? Like, she's not the definition of pretty as Indonesian woman, but she's so interesting. She's so lovable. She's just confident, you know. It's about the confidence. So every time I go to the club when I was single, and my parents will know about it right now, I get out. I always go with my ride or die. She's Thai, half Russian. Like, she's actually very pretty. She has a good job. She's younger than me. She has more money than me. She already bought her apartment. It wasn't easy, I can tell you. But every time we go to the club, low self-esteem, guys just don't attracted by her. And at the end, when there is a guy that go after her, she just put herself lower and this guy on the pedestal, which is not correct at all. So yeah, low self-esteem is the best way to attract the toxic relationship. And the second one will be afraid to be alone. I'm just telling you guys, if you are being in a relationship just because you feel being alone is the worst possible things that could happen to you, I'm telling you, no. I'm telling you one secret, okay? The worst thing that can happen to you is to be in a relationship with someone that cannot treat you right. Don't you agree? Because to be honest, it's better to eat alone, sleep alone, on the trip alone, than you have to be with someone that make your life like hell. I mean, we cannot sure that we're gonna go to heaven. Why we have to make sure we live in hell right now, right? So, voila. And the fourth one will be a fake, false hope. Seriously, we need to learn, this is 2025, we need to learn to accept that what is what it looks like. Even though salt could be look like sugar, try to look things as how it looks like. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't ask how is your day on daily basis. He always forget about the big stuff to celebrate with you. Then it is what it is. Because especially men, like women, we could just forget about that. We could like, you know, like emotional, or we just like have a lot of things in our mind and we forgot. But for men, they are not. If you are important for them, even though they are busy, even though they are juggling 5 jobs in the time, seriously, even married men with 4 kids can still have time to have a mistress. So yes, they will make time. So don't make yourself a fake, false hope that this guy will change because of you, because it's not. The bad news, it's not. And the fourth one will be pressure from outside. This could happen especially like my family members that pass away because of this toxic relationship. It's because the idea when you married, it's one person for you for the end, for the rest of your life. Or for example, the thoughts that I'm already spending like 15 years with this person, it will be too much for me to leave him just because of this. Just because of this. At the end, it's a mountain reason for you actually to leave him. But voila, this kind of thing, please don't pressurize someone for the decision that they make for their own relationship, because it's not your place. Especially if you have kids, if you have sister, brother, if you have family. You don't get to say anything about other people's relationship because you don't know what happened and you don't know what's behind of the closed door, okay? Like for me, if I saw someone in toxic relationship, I'm trying to be there for them. I'm trying to open their mind, open their eyes, giving the, like the big glass to see, for them to see. But at the end, I support what happened to them. I support what they choose because it's not my place to say. And the last one will be child trauma. Maybe people don't understand about this, but the first beginning of month when a baby is born, actually they start to collecting the emotion, collecting trauma, collecting memories. So a lot of people actually, especially the generation like the 90s, like me, I don't know, is it millennial, Z, especially in Asia, we tend to bring the trauma from our generation, especially parents and grandparents. Like for example, if they have a very bad parenting style, then it's going down. At the end, like we have this trauma that we hold on. Like for example, if the father is never existed in the family, they have no idea what's going on, what is the good love look like, what is love supposed to be. They never have this kind of idea of if the parents, both of them, never gave a lot of time or always fighting, the children, the kids tend to feel that they are not worth it. So they would accept any kind of relationship that could be found by them because they just think they don't deserve a good one. Actually, that's what's sad. But anyway, we will talk about this topic later in future. But voila. So, sum up the reason of you could be stuck in toxic relationship: low self-esteem, afraid to be alone, believe in fake and false hope, pressurized from outside, and trauma as you were a child that not yet being resolved. Do you think any kind of reason that people could be stay in relationship that toxic? Comment down below, okay? Okay guys, so as I have to go out to do some groceries with my husband, so let's wrap these things out, okay? So the small concrete tips that I can propose to you guys, if actually you are in toxic relationship or currently in one of them, or maybe you start to think you are in one of them, it's first of all to ask opinion or just being honest to people that you know will be sided with you, your parents, your best friends, this kind of thing, and just heard and make a thoughts out of their opinion, okay? And the second one, accept it. Don't try to deny, don't try to make an excuse, don't try to justify what the other person do to you that actually not correct. Just try to accept it. Third, build support system, because it's never easy to be in toxic relationship because they will try to fight over you and to put some chokehold, this kind of thing, just to make you stay. So you have to build a system that will pull you on the other side, like this you can get out from this toxic relationship. And the fourth, it will put some distance from this person, this relationship, and watch everything. What I mean by that is, it's like a football. They can learn more after they see how they were playing before by the video, you know what I mean? So you can take times to think, like for example, this time we actually fighting so hard just because like little things, and actually every time we fight he called me a bitch, or like he called me ugly, or he always like very jealous every time, like this kind of thing. You just need to watch, go back a little bit and watch. So after that, what I can propose you, the fifth, that it will take so long because I've been through this too, is to healing from the inside. Because relationship, especially love, I mean, it could be with parents, it could be with family, it could be with friends, and especially with your amoro, love life, or your partner. It comes from inside. If you don't love yourself, it's like RuPaul said, as Mama Ru said, if you can't love yourself, how the hell you're gonna love somebody else? Can I get the amen? So yeah, you have to healing first. Like this, you know that actually you can love properly, and also you can accept love properly, especially if you have and you're dealing with the child trauma, inner child trauma. It's a whole other homework. I cannot suggest you more than try to take care of yourself internally, emotionally. Like this, you know, actually you are worth it to get the correct love. You are more than enough to get someone to love you correctly. So yeah, there is nobody that deserves a toxic love, okay? And the boundary. Once you knew and once you patch up everything that's broken, heal yourself, you have to set boundaries. Like this, you know, if someone step or not respect your boundaries, it means they don't want to be with you. They not respect you at all. So it's just a very easy instrument to know and to use, especially if you used to be in the toxic relationship for a very long time. Boundaries will be a very useful instrument that you can find. For me, with my husband, I was once being cheated by someone that actually kind of my first love. So it was difficult for me, and I have a lot of trust issues. So my boundaries will be, once my future partner is cheating on me, they will never heard about me anymore, and I am clear about this. Like, they don't speak with other women aside of work wise, family wise, or whatever it is. They don't flirt. I just tell them, but I'm not being snoopy out of it, okay? I set my boundaries, even with friendship, because you know, nowadays world just getting crazier. So yeah, boundaries is very helpful for you, okay? We are at the end of this video, and I'm gonna get some eggs and maybe corn for my groceries. Sum up, I'm so sorry if you are currently or struggling to get out from a toxic relationship. It's not because you are stupid, okay? It's just because you are not aware, and you just a human being that you need to be better all the time. You need to learn stuff. So I'm with you. I have something that I found in Pinterest that I think it's a very sassy way for us to hurt. I'm about to finish.
But I'm just going out to take the PC. I'm sorry to disturb you. Arrête, ne me frappe pas en public. Non.
Bébé, ça fait mal.
Aïe, stop hurting me. No.
Bébé,
Violent.
You violence yourself. I'm talking about toxic relationship. Voilà, ça c'est toxique.
Ça va mon amour? Qu'est-ce que tu fais toi?
Okay, baby, read this.
We are not rehabilitation center for badly raised man or woman. It's not our job to fix her, change her, parent her, raise her. You want plus need a partner, not project. Even charity. Exclamation point. Let's go for maturity, stability, loyalty and peace. So MST.
Okay guys, voila. It's actually better when I say that than him, you know, with his French English accent. But anyway.
Sorry mistress, I'm gonna do what I need to do.
You go now?
Oui.
Okay. So if you ever stuck or bébé, je parle. S'il te plaît.
No, bébé, I'm just going.
No, you are like baby.
No, I'm not. Doesn't matter, make when I put my shoes on.
Okay. Let's see.
I put my shoes on.